When it comes to Social Security, spousal benefits are extremely important, especially if one spouse didn't qualify for their own benefit based on their own work history. Unfortunately, it can be extremely complicated, and many people file inaccurately, assuming that they're going to get 50% of their spouse's benefit no matter what. And that simply couldn't be further from the truth. So in today's video, I'm going to break down how spousal benefits truly work in a very easy to understand format so that you can file correctly and get the benefit that you rightfully deserve. So first, it's very important to understand how spousal benefits work at its core. Typically, there is a higher wage earner and a lower wage earner within a household. That's not always the case, but a lot of the times it is. So the lower wage earner, regardless of if they worked in their own career or if they stayed home and took care of the kids, they are entitled to either their own benefit or half of the higher wage earner's benefit at their full retirement age. So full retirement age, if you were born after 1960, is going to be age 67. So in this example, the higher wage earner's benefit is $3,000 per month at age 67. The lower wage earner's benefit is $1,250 per month at their full retirement age of 67, which obviously is not half of $3,000. So if they both file correctly, then the lower wage earner can actually increase their benefit from $1,250 to $1,500 per month. Now, what you're looking at here is putting you in the shoes of the lower wage earner. Now, if you were to file for spousal benefits early at age 62, you are only going to get 65% of that 50% maximum benefit. Now, each year that you delay filing for spousal Social Security, you will start to get an increase all the way up until your full retirement age, at which point in time you have maximized spousal benefits. So unlike your personal benefit that continues to grow all the way till age 70, there is no incentive to wait past your full retirement age to file for spousal benefits. But unfortunately, you may not have a choice but to delay that depending on how your spouse handles their own personal benefits. So continue to watch to make sure that you understand how that is going to impact you based on when you are filing as the higher wage earner and the lower wage earner. So let's look at this with a real world example. We have Mark and Shannon here. Mark has a benefit of $3,000 per month. Shannon has a benefit of $0, which means that she did not qualify for her own benefit based on her work history because you need to have 40 working credits. So you can earn 1 credit per quarter per year. So it's often thought of at least working for 10 years, right? 4 quarters in a year, you do that 10 times and you will be eligible for your own benefit. In this case, Shannon is not, but she is still eligible for spousal benefits. So if Mark files at his age 67, his full retirement age, he will get his entire $3,000 per month. If Shannon files for spousal benefits at that same age, assuming they both have a full retirement age of 67, she will get half of that, $1,500 per month. Okay, so let's assume that they both decide we want to file early. So Mark files at age 62 as early as possible, which reduces his benefit from $3,000 per month all the way down to $2,100 per month. And then Shannon files for spousal benefits at age 62. Well, she's not going to get $1,500 at this point in time. Remember, she's going to get 65% of 50%, or $1,500 in this case. So her benefit has been reduced to $975 per month. Okay, now let's assume that Mark decides he wants to max out his personal benefit and delay filing all the way until age 70. So when you delay filing past your full retirement age, you will start to accrue what are called delayed retirement credits. Now, these are equivalent to 8% simple interest for every full year that you delay. So if his full retirement age was 67 and he delays all the way till age 70, that is a 24% increase. So 3 times 8, 24%. So instead of getting $3,000 per month, he will get a $3,720 per month benefit. But if Shannon files at 70, you will see her spousal benefits have remained at $1,500. And the reason why that is because there is no incentive to wait past your full retirement age for spousal benefits. She was maxed out at 50% at age 67. So why wouldn't she have just filed at age 67? Well, there's the catch. When it comes to spousal benefits, both spouses must have actively filed in order to turn them on. So by virtue of Mark waiting till age 70, Shannon had no opportunity. She had to wait until age 70, even though she would have got the same benefit 3 years prior. The higher wage earner has a direct impact on the lower wage earner when they decide to file. So especially if there's an age gap or you're the same age, when it comes to spousal benefits, the lower wage earner has to wait for the higher wage earner to turn on their benefit in order to turn on spousal benefits. So here's another example. Let's say that Mark decides he wants to file early at age 62. So just in the prior example, his benefit has decreased from $3,000 per month all the way down to $2,100 per month. But let's say that Shannon decides to wait to turn on spousal benefits all the way till her full retirement age, 5 years later. Well, she is going to still get $1,500 per month. She will get half of what Mark would have received had he waited to turn on his benefit at his full retirement age. She won't get half of $2,100. She will still get half of $3,000 per month. Now, it becomes a little bit more complicated when the lower wage earner has their own personal benefit. So now Shannon has her own benefit of $1,250 per month. The way that they are going to determine spousal benefits is now comprised of two very distinct features that act independently of each other. So first, spousal benefits is going to be comprised of her lower benefit, her personal benefit, and then what is called the spousal top-off. And they combine those two things together. So what is the spousal top-off and how do they determine it? What they do is they take half of the higher wage earner's benefit. In this case, Mark's benefit is $3,000. Half of that is $1,500. They then subtract the lower wage earner's full retirement age benefit. So in this scenario, $1,250. So they're going to subtract $1,250 from $1,500, which is $250. That is the spousal top-off. And that is technically how they will get you to the full 50%. $1,250 plus $250 equals $1,500, which is 50%. So if they file for all three of these benefits at their full retirement age 67, Mark is going to get his full $3,000 per month. Shannon is going to get her full $1,250 per month, plus an additional $250 top-off for a collective $1,500 per month benefit. Now, if they decide to file early for all three of these benefits, all three of them are going to be permanently reduced. So Mark's benefit of $3,000 per month will drop to $2,100, just like prior examples. Shannon's personal benefit of $1,250 per month is going to drop down to $875 per month. And the spousal top-off is going to drop from $250 per month all the way down to $162.50 per month. Now, one strategy that they could use is both of them could decide to file for their personal benefit at age 62. So $2,100 per month for Mark, $875 for Shannon. But Shannon could decide to delay turning on her spousal top-off until her full retirement age of 67. And if she does that, she will still get the full $250 of top-off. Now, if they both decide to maximize their benefit all the way till age 70, something strange happens here. So Mark's benefit, again, has grown to $3,720 per month because he had 3 years of 8% simple interest increase. Shannon's benefit does the exact same thing. She's going to get a 24% boost off of her original $1,250 per month benefit. So her benefit will grow all the way to $1,550 per month. But you see, the top-off has gone away. And the reason why that is you either get half of the higher wage earner's benefit or your own personal benefit, whichever is greater. You do not get both. So Shannon's personal benefit, because she delayed, is now larger than $1,500. So she is no longer eligible for spousal benefits. She will just receive her own personal benefit. Now, hopefully you found this video very informative and easy to follow along. I wanted to make it very short and sweet and to the point so that you could easily rewatch it again and again to make sure that you really comprehend and understand how this is going to work and how you can file correctly for spousal benefits so that you can optimize your Social Security. Maximizing it is very easy, right? You just wait as long as possible. But you want to optimize your Social Security based on your lifestyle, your vision, your goals, and the other assets that you have saved for retirement. Because Social Security cannot be a standalone decision. It has to be within the confines of an entire retirement plan. Please follow along, like and subscribe, comment if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them. And if you're curious about how we help savers maximize their retirement, head on over to freeretirementinspection.com.